What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my first tutorial video. As y'all may or may not know, I usually only do vlogs, but I really wanted y'all to get into this tutorial because I feel that it can be very helpful. So all I'm doing right here is just a rough draft center part. I will be revisiting and cleaning it up later on in the video, but usually when I first start the foundation for my knotless braids or any kind of braids, I just kind of do that center part right there. Now this Neatbraid Conditioning Gel is God sent. My friend put me onto this and it is really good. I'll link it. This hair is from Amazon and I will also be linking it. And this, I don't know what you would call it, hair braiding holder. I got this from Amazon as well, and it is very, very useful when you're doing knotless braids because, as you know, you have to keep adding hair as you go. So right here, I'm just basically trying to get me a very neat part. The parting is important. It's very important. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it is important, and that's for my first row of braids. I think I did pretty good considering the fact that I'm working on my own hair. So here, I think I only have 2 rows here, and don't worry guys, I will be showing you how I did the actual braid, but you know, I just wanted to get started. So I'm gonna show this a few times, right? So what you do is you cross over one more time. I think I'm gonna cross over one more time, and then I'm gonna add a very thin piece of hair because these braids are small. Okay, then you cross over again, add another piece of hair, and then cross, add one more final piece. Now you guys don't know this about me, but I am a lefty, so everything is sort of backwards for me. I don't really understand it, but everything is kind of backwards for me. And there are inconsistencies that you can see in the braids, but that's okay. You're doing your own hair, so there's going to be inconsistencies. The most important thing is the final product, and I was very pleased with the final product. Demonstrating again. Okay, I think I did that 3 times before I added hair, right? But here's the thing, you don't have to do it, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't always have to cross over 3 times. Sometimes I cross over twice depending on how large the part is. You know, just kind of get a feel for it. Usually when I first start that back row, it's a lot harder for me, and then I start to kind of, you know, just catch wind of what I'm doing as I keep going. And I'm usually adding 3 pieces of hair. You also have to be careful with how thick your pieces of hair are because it's very easy to have 2 braids. Very easy to have 2 braids looking like 2 completely different sizes. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm doing there. Now I need you guys to see this. So look here. See how big that part is in the back for that one braid? That's what I'm talking about with how difficult it is for me to part when I first start braiding, but that's okay. So here now I'm revisiting that center part like I told you guys in the beginning of the video. And this is where you really want to get it straight. Usually I take the wire comb and I just center it between my eyebrows. That's off centered as I see, but you know, I'm gonna keep trying. Take your time with it because you really want that part to be straight. And now I'm using some of the conditioning shining gel to help guide me. And this is literally a hack to get a straight part. Some people say they don't need it, but listen, me, I love using this as a hack because it really, really helps me to define that part. You're gonna see what I'm talking about right now. See that? Free game. So now I am reaching the top of my head, and y'all, by this time I was over it, tired, sitting there for hours, hungry, thirsty, everything you can think of. So I usually start to make the parts even smaller around this part of my head because these are the braids that are covering the rest of the braids, and my whole look that I wanted to achieve was small braids. So my parts will get smaller, and usually my braids get smaller regardless of the size because you want it to look as neat as possible and to last as long as possible, especially on the sides and in the front of your head. So here I am just going to show you how I usually braid the ends, because these braids are fairly long. These braids were past my butt. So what I do is I wrap them around anything. Honestly, I'll wrap them around anything so that it's not as miserable for me to braid the ends. A lot of people hold the braid in their mouth as they go towards the end, but let's be clear, after a while it gets really annoying and it hurts. You're already hungry, you're already tired, it hurts. So I just there wrapping it around a section that I have. So here's another. This is a good one where you can really see the part. Okay, pulling a piece of hair. Over once, over twice, putting another piece of hair. Over once, over twice, and then a final piece of hair. Over once, over twice. Now we can just braid that one down. Okay, y'all, so here it is the next morning. I was so over it the night before. Actually, I didn't finish until about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I still wasn't finished. But here I am just oiling my scalp, and I will link this down below. I don't know if it's available everywhere, but I'm oiling my scalp. So I ended up waking up the next day having to do about 15 to 20 braids, and you can tell I was tired. You're gonna see the front of my head, a little bit of inconsistencies, but still looks really, really good. You'll see that in a couple of seconds. But if you see in between those parts, I was really pleased with that. Okay, so here goes the front. Here goes the front, you guys. So I got really small in the front. There were a few, just a few little inconsistencies there, but it's fine because I usually wear my hair to the side anyway, and even if I wanted to wear it down the center, it still looks good. My edges aren't done, of course, not yet. So that's the hair and braiding oil that I use. 10 out of 10. I really like it, and that's actually my first time using it, so I will link that down. Here is me realizing that I bought the wrong thing. I thought it was mousse, and it in fact was holding spray. So I was shocked. So I just ended up having to use the leftover mousse that I had, which wasn't a lot, but I went out and bought some more the next day, so that was fine. And you're going to need mousse, so make sure that you get that if you want your braids to be really neat and to last longer, especially after you dip them in the hot water. Yeah, y'all, so by this time I was feeling myself, checking my length. I was done, just feeling good and super proud that I actually executed the look that I envisioned for my vacation. Okay, you guys, so this is probably like 2 or 3 days later. Now, this is the final, you know, I usually wear my hair personally to the side. Like, this is cool, but I usually like to wear mine a bit like more flip to the side. This side tucked behind my ear. Let me see if you guys can get the length. Can y'all see all of it? Yeah. So it's like this. And to get it like to be like flowy like that, that's why it's very important to dip it in the hot water and to add the mousse. Yeah. But I hope that you guys got something from this video, because I know that getting these braids, especially this small and this long, it costs a lot of money. It's expensive. It's a lot of time and it's very tiring, but it's worth it at the end of the day. I love my braids. I'm very pleased with myself, and I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna feel real cute on my vacation. So thank you guys for tuning, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I read so many reviews about just places in DR y'all know I've been before, and I did not really enjoy our last resort.
I've been losing friends and finding peace, but honestly that sound like a fair trade to me.